Stop everything you're doing and listen to me carefully. What I'm about to tell you is not a normal message. It's not something you should half listen to or put off until later. This is a direct message from the spiritual world, coming straight to you. Look, the moment you're experiencing right now is unique, you know? There is something going on behind the scenes of your life that you are not yet aware of, but your spirit is already sensing it. You must have noticed a different kind of restlessness, right? That strange feeling that something is about to happen, as if the air around you is charged with an energy you cannot explain. All this nervousness is not for nothing. That pressure in your chest, that urge to cry for no reason, those strange dreams you've been having, that feeling that your life is about to turn upside down. There's an explanation for all of it. The heavens have sent a cool warning, and I'm here to deliver that message to you. Pay attention. This isn't for people who spend their time looking for videos just to distract themselves. Your name is written here. It was made especially for this moment in your journey, for this phase of your story. If you ignore what I'm about to say, if you let it pass you by, you'll regret it bitterly later. Not because you'll be punished, but because you'll miss the train that was waiting at your station just for you to get on. Look, I'm worried because I can see what you can't see yet. I see what's coming your way. I see the conversations happening in places you've never been, but they're about you. I see what was released from the spiritual world this morning with your name stamped on it. Incredible news is coming. It's not just a consolation or a simple answer to your prayers. It's the change you asked for but didn't say, you know. That change that happened in your room when you thought no one was seeing your tears. It's like a general repair, you know. It's like, believe me, it wasn't supposed to be like this. I have been fighting hard in the invisible world to make sure this message reaches you before the window of opportunity closes. This isn't just a warning. It's like a sacred manual, you know? Because while heaven is moving to bring what is destined for your life, the enemy is also moving, trying to distract you, confuse you, and blind you so you don't realize what's happening. That's why we've come with this emergency message. Because the next few hours cannot be wasted. The timing is perfect. Things are falling into place, and the miracle is already guaranteed. It's just waiting for you to realize it and position yourself to receive it. Heaven says, I saw how long you waited. I saw how many times you gave when you had nothing left. I saw how you humbled yourself, lied that you were fine when you were broken, smiled when you wanted to cry. But I never stopped watching. I never forgot your prayers, even when it seemed like nothing was happening. I was working behind the scenes, and now the curtains are opening. The scenery of your life is changing. The light that has been out for so long is shining on you again. Today is a day of opportunities, and you can receive what others said would never happen to you. You have an opportunity to break out of the cycle that almost destroyed you and finally say, "This is the moment I was born for." This is not an exaggeration. This is not just cheap motivation. This is a pure revelation coming straight from the spiritual world. I am going to bring you something that will restore your hope, correct the lies that have been told about you, and lift your name up in places where it has been rejected. Just listen to what Archangel Michael is saying. There is a name being spoken because of you. Someone said your name, and this time it wasn't a joke, but with respect. Look, someone who once forgot you is being remembered for a divine reason. If someone who once blessed you and left the scene, it may be that they are being moved by heaven. They don't even know why they're thinking about you again. They don't understand why your name keeps popping up in their hearts. I know because I put it there. Before continuing, write this in the comments. Nothing bad can happen to me because I am protected by the light of the angels. This will connect you with the energy of the angels and ward off any negative energy. Now, follow me. You will see something in your life change so quickly that you won't know whether to cry, laugh, or fall to your knees. Then I will tell you exactly what to do, because this miracle does not come through people, but directly from heaven. It does not happen through manipulation, but through pure grace. It is not because you begged, but because you believed. I told you I would do this. I whispered it softly in your ear while you were dreaming. I told you not to give up, even when the pain seemed unbearable. You held on, even when your tears soaked your pillow. You said, "God, I still trust you," and that made the release happen. That faith worked. Today is your day to receive your payment. Archangel Michael also said that there is a file, either physical or spiritual, that has been hidden, blocked, or locked. But this morning, I was told to unlock it. The door has been lifted. The person responsible for saying no has lost their authority. The guy who was going to replace you has been reassigned. This wasn't supposed to happen until much later. But because of your help, your complaints, your broken but still beating heart, it is happening now. You will feel it when the change reaches your body, a vibration in your chest. You are holding an electric current. Your atmosphere will change. The energy around you will reorganize itself. Look, there will be something to distract you just when the message or confirmation arrives. Don't let that happen. The enemy always arrives one step behind, trying to throw confusion at the right moment. But if you pay attention and focus, you won't miss what's happening. The sky says that the good news isn't just an announcement, it's a wave. Look, it may start small, like a phone call, an invitation, or a message from someone you haven't heard from in a long time, and then it will grow. Another phone call, another opportunity, another door. And before you know it, you'll look around and see that it was Him. The Lord did all this for me. Look, I think you should take this seriously. I want you to talk about your life with confidence today. No more hiding. No more saying, maybe. It's not for me. It is for you. That's why I made you open this message. That's why I guarantee you won't let this pass you by. That's why I made your spirit stop here. Because this word is exactly on time for your destiny. Archangel Michael whispers, someone tried to block this blessing. They tried to use your past against you. They said his name with a certain disdain. They told something you said in confidence, but their voice lost its power. Then they said nothing about the accusation. Their lie became your launching pad because I used their betrayal to prove your resilience. Now that you have passed the test, I have removed their names from your future. Today, I want you to walk with pride. I want you to smile with confidence. Hello, please prepare your space for the blessing. Clean your atmosphere. Stay tuned and open to hear what I have to say. Pray more attentively. This message is not just another promise. It is a divine confirmation that the waiting period is over. You are not next in line. You are who you are. The people who doubted you will not believe it. Look, those who called you dramatic must be wondering, now, how did this happen so fast? And you will say, it was God, and there's no way around it. You can't take credit for it. You can't say that you humbled yourself, begged, or manipulated, because I will show you clearly. It was me, Archangel. Michael says to mark the day. Mark this moment. Before midnight tonight, you will receive a spiritual sign confirming what I am saying. Don't dismiss it. Don't rationalize it. It could be a name spoken aloud, a dream, a strange phrase, a number that appears 3 times. Stay tuned. When it comes, raise your hands and say, I receive, Lord. That will open the final door. You've cried enough. You've carried the burden for a long time. You've endured the hardship. Today, I'm putting the full plate in front of you. Real food. Receive it. Look, it's not just a setback in the cycle. It's a graduation, you know? Welcome back to the table of your promise. But write this down. Protect your peace. This next chapter of your life is not for everyone. There are people who only love you when you're down. They won't be happy about this. Let them go. Don't worry about what I took away. Celebrate what I'm sending you. And I'm sending you something so good, so personalized, so perfect that you'll know. Only heaven could do something like this. I love you. I've always loved you. That's why I couldn't let this message pass you by. That's why I had to warn you. Don't let it pass you by. You can't ignore it, can you? If you do, you'll miss out on something that was made just for you. But if you believe me now, if you prepare yourself with prayer, you won't miss out. Now it's your turn, man. Look, just so you know, this is your prize. If you can relate to this message and want to share it with others who are also on the edge, click "Thank you so much." This small gesture helps keep alive this mission of bringing light to those who have lost hope. Thank you very much. Open your hands. Your blessing is here today, my friend. And you can't ignore this message, you know. It's no coincidence that you opened this. This message was spoken in heaven and sealed by my spirit for this exact moment. Archangel Michael is by your side right now with his sword unsheathed, not to judge, but to protect. Look, something is about to be released in your life that will change everything, believe me. This is the kind of news that has been hidden behind invisible walls for years, resisted by forces we couldn't see. But I said it would reach you now. If you forget this message, you will regret it. It wasn't because I punished you, but because you missed the moment that was meant to be your miracle. You remained silent, trusting, and suffering. Look, it's like this. Disappointment after disappointment. Look, in a kind of hidden way, you know? With forced smiles and hidden tears. He watched the others rise and wondered when it would be his turn. But what you don't know is that I was watching every moment. I saw that you didn't stop praying even when you didn't feel anything. I saw that you didn't stop giving even when it seemed like no one was giving back. I noticed your hidden strength even though you're going through a weak moment. And so, today, I'm going to reward you in front of everyone who thought they had forgotten you. This message is just for you. It doesn't apply to your neighbor, not to your friend. Look, not even to those you tried to help, you know. It's sealed with your name in the files of heaven. Archangel Michael says, this is an emergency alert. The doors have opened. You will receive a favor that has been held back for a long time. If you are reading this, your name will be shouted out in a place of influence. If you ignore this, you will miss your moment. You can't mess up and walk away now. I have proof of what I promised. Look, something good is coming into your life very soon. Not next year. No, that's not possible now. soon, maybe even in a matter of hours. Look, not everything you ask for will be granted, okay? Sometimes we put something in front of you without you even asking for it. It will seem like a dream, but it's not. It's your storehouse being opened. The sky says, "You've suffered enough." I'm not cruel, you know. I was preparing something bigger. And if I had told you before, you would have trusted the people around you to take care of it. But now you've been tested. You know who you can trust. You know who to leave behind. And now I trust you more. You're being moved from the bottom to the top, from silence to light. Tolerance has given way to celebration. There's someone, at least one person, who you're waiting for, and they're watching your journey in silence. They're almost saying your name. They're going to decide something that will affect you, and that conversation will open a lot of doors. But look, this blessing isn't for entertainment. It's not just for status. It's for your legacy. It's for your family. It's for those who look at you secretly, waiting to see if you will succeed. You are someone's hope. You are proof that God still performs miracles. And today, I am writing your testimony. Archangel Michael whispers, "You almost lost this. You almost missed it." But he stopped because heaven touched your heart. You were chosen for this moment, and if you're not convinced yet, you will be. Look, you'll receive a sign soon, a name, a message. What a coincidence, right? This only confirms what I said. It could come by phone. Yes, a strange guy. An opportunity that came up suddenly. It will happen. And when it does, remember, I warned you. Don't forget. There are people right now saying your name. Some are even jealous. Some are even in awe. Some even regret it. But I, the Lord, say your name on purpose. You are not a mistake. You are not. Behind, you are not lost. Your time was being prepared, and now you are being called. I sent angels to walk in front of you. You won't have to fight the way you used to. What took years will now take weeks, because now you are in alignment. And when alienation comes, acceleration follows. The person who made you sad will not hurt you again. I am taking away the memory of the pain and putting peace in its place. The person who used you, I am using their betrayal as a foundation for building. The people who laughed at you will see your transformation and will not be able to deny my hand in your life. So, did you like the message? Want to spread the love and touch even more hearts? Then click "Thank you very much." This gesture of affection helps keep the mission alive. Thank you very much. The good news is that you will receive it at home. Yes, your own home. Someone is coming with a message, a revelation, an invitation. It may be by email, text message, or even a friendly conversation. But things are going to change. This is not small news. You can't ignore it. It will demand a response. When it arrives, don't question it. Don't push it away. Don't ask why. Don't just say, "Thank you, God. I accept, son. You have been faithful in the little things, and now I will make you ruler over many things." You thought I wasn't listening, but I was. Every cry, every tear. I paid attention to every word of the sentence you couldn't finish. I saved every tear. And I wrote your name in places you've never been. I hid a blessing in someone's heart, and they are on their way to deliver it to you. You will recognize them not by what they say, but by the peace they convey. That person may not even know why they feel drawn to you, but I sent them. And they will not leave you empty-handed. They are your sign and will confirm everything that is written here. But be careful, my son. Look, the good news is that the enemy will try to distract you. He will bring back things from the past, like friends and situations you have already experienced and that now seem like a second chance. But you are no longer the same person. You are not destined to return to that pain. Choose to move forward, because what is coming is better than what is gone. You are being placed in front of the people who once rejected you, but this time they won't be able to stop you. I'm rewriting the narrative. Where there was lamentation, there will be applause. Where there is silence, there will be celebration. This news may be good for your pocket, your feelings, or your spirituality. But for you, it's all three, because I am not a half-hearted God. When I touch an area of your life, I heal, restore, and elevate everything. Look, I think you can expect a financial change. Expect a letter. Expect a new connection. Let the dream guide you. I hope you hear my voice in a way that moves you. Archangel Michael is saying it again. Only a few have been chosen for this wave of glory. You are one of them. The only requirement is obedience. Don't delay. Don't think twice. If God moves, you must move too. You were born to lead, not to follow. You were born to set the standard, not to beg for crumbs. I created you to influence rooms, not to be ignored in them. You've been stuck in this for a long time, but now it's time for a big turnaround. His name is being promoted by angels. Someone important is going to talk about you, and when that happens, a door will open. But before you do that, clean up your space. Make some room there. Prepare yourself as if it has already happened, because faith that waits is good, but faith that prepares is even greater. You'll be amazed at how fast I move, but only if you take this seriously. My son, Today is a special day. Today is a wonderful day. Today is the day you'll write in your journals, tell stories, and remember forever. Look, I just wanted to remind you that I didn't forget you today. The delay was never rejection. It was divine construction. I built you up. I didn't ignore you. Now that you're ready, the launch can begin. Don't forget that. Don't put it aside. Don't think about it anymore. This message is not something you will find every day. It's like a timed message, a prophetic seed. If you keep the faith, answer your prayers, and keep moving forward, you will see your requests come to fruition. It's not the beginning, it's the end. The voice of the Lord will become clearer from now on. You will feel your dreams becoming clearer, more vivid, and closer. It's as if, after a long time, something you've been carrying around finally begins to take shape in front of you. Not in fantasy, but in reality. It's a feeling that can't be explained in words, only felt. You will feel your dreams more clearly because the news you've been waiting for is already on its way. And even if you can't see it yet, it's coming, passing through the lanes of time, and it will reach you just right. Like a master who knows exactly what he's doing, and it has your name on it. Today, this is not a general message or a nice saying to brighten your day. Look, this is an intervention, a unique moment that was written even before you were born. You didn't see this message by chance. I brought you here. Look, among millions of possible paths, you chose the one that brought you here, right? Because you wanted to know. I came from heaven just to make sure you read this. I am the Lord, your God, the one who does not forget, the one who stays when everything falls apart, the one who still calls you by name in the midst of the noise. Today, I decided to speak because the time is right. Heaven helped you, and that's why I sent Archangel Michael to tell everyone. It's not for everyone, but only for you. Because you have been marked. What is coming to you is very important. So, it could only be announced by someone powerful. Michael does not come down without a purpose. Archangel Michael says, emergency alert. The good news you have been told is very good indeed. The clock in heaven has turned. The promise that seems so distant has finally come to fruition. Don't worry about the delays. Everything was being aligned for this moment. But there's one more detail. This news requires your faith, your silence, and your obedience. It's not time to share it yet. Now is the time to keep it, protect it with prayer, gratitude, and reverence, because this is not just any gift. It is a divine answer. So, if this message has touched your heart, don't forget to click on the thank you button below the video, okay? This gesture, in addition to supporting our mission to spread words of light allows us to continue reaching more people who, like you, need to wake up to this invisible reality. And now, listen carefully. What you asked for, what you cried for, what you dreamed of is closer than you think. Today, heaven has chosen. You, Archangel Michael, is sending you a message. Don't tell anyone, okay? Only 2 minutes left. You can't ignore it, right? There's been a different energy in the air since you started reading this message. You may not realize it, but your spiritual body is already reacting to what is being released upon you right now. It's as if invisible doors are opening one by one, unlocking padlocks that have kept your blessings trapped for years. That discomfort you felt, that strange feeling that something was about to happen, wasn't paranoia. It was your spirit realizing what was going on behind the scenes of your life. It was your soul recognizing that the wait was finally over. It was your intuition picking up the whispers from heaven about you. Right now, as you read this, conversations are taking place in places you never imagined. Your name is being spoken by people you thought had forgotten you. Look, there are some decisions being made right now that will affect your future. Open by divine intervention, Archangel Michael whispers. The resistance that kept blessings away from this person has just been broken. Those who said no have lost their authority. Problems that seemed permanent are being resolved one by one. What was going to happen much later has been brought forward because of the faithfulness shown. You know when you feel like life has stopped. You know when it seems like you're living in slow motion while the rest of the world is moving forward. That's over. The pause has been lifted. The game has been tightened. And now you will experience what it's like to live at the speed of divine favor. There is a person, or perhaps more than one, who is thinking about you in a way that you can't explain. They don't know why your face popped into their mind. They can't explain why they feel they need to get in touch. Because it is through this person that one of your blessings will come. This person has a key to open a door in your life that was locked. They don't even know they have this key. But when they get in touch, when they make that call, when they send that message, they will be giving you much more than they realize. Look, they will deliver that miracle, but you better be smart. Because it may just be a coincidence while all this is unfolding. There is something very important for you to understand. Your spirituality is on a different track now. Your heavenly ranking is different. You've been promoted and are now on a different level of favor, in a different dimension of blessing. The rules that applied to you before no longer apply. That's why things will start happening faster now. That's why opportunities will come from unexpected places. That's why people will treat you differently, even without being able to explain why. There will be a new energy about you that people will feel even before they understand it. Heaven says that this person paid the price of waiting. They showed that they were loyal, even when the going got tough. They kept the faith, even without evidence. That's why I'm speeding up their time. What would take years will now take months. Would take months will now take weeks. Because when someone shows that they can be trusted with little, I trust them with a lot. You will begin to notice more synchronicities in your life. Repeated numbers. Look, there are people showing up in random places. The kind of conversation we overhear that says exactly what we need to hear. This is not by chance. It is a sign that you are on the right path and that what is being promised is manifesting. But believe me, not everyone will be happy about your promotion. Some people are used to you being at a lower level. They will be confused by your transformation. Some people will try to remind you of who you were to keep you where they feel comfortable with you. Leave them behind without guilt. Now, the most important thing is to think about your future, not the comfort of others' past. You can't carry forward those who want to stay at their current level. It's a choice you'll have to make with wisdom and courage. Archangel Michael warns that in the coming days we will be distracted. The enemy knows that something big is being released, so he will interfere. Dramatic situations will usually catch your attention. Look, I think these problems can cause you to lose focus. But this time, pay close attention to what's going on. Don't get caught up in the confusion. The news that is coming to you is not just a change in circumstances. It is a change of identity. You will discover incredible abilities within yourself. You will find the courage to make decisions that once seemed impossible. You will be surprised by the authority you will demonstrate. I'm not just changing your situation, I'm changing you. Look, it's not just about opening doors, you know. It's like giving you the tools to walk through them with dignity. I'm not just giving you opportunities, I'm preparing you to multiply them. Look, there's a spiritual energy being released over your family. Look, blessings that have passed through generations are coming to you. Look, the promises that were not fulfilled by your ancestors are being transferred to your account. You are becoming the source of restoration for your family. And in the midst of all this change, don't forget that I am with you, not as a distant observer, but as a father who is proud of his son, who is finally ready to receive what was always reserved for him. Every step you take from here on out, I will take with you. I will guide you in every decision you make. I will give you the strength to overcome every challenge. That feeling of loneliness you have faced for so long is finally coming to an end. It's not because you're going to find perfect people, but because you're finally going to understand that you were never alone. I've always been here, preparing this moment, organizing these circumstances, aligning these opportunities. Now that the moment has arrived, all you have to do is receive it. With certainty, but with gratitude. It's not fear, it's expectation. I'm not questioning whether you deserve it, but celebrating that it has finally arrived. And now we come to the most important point of this message. This is the moment to decide what you are going to do from now on. Because this decision will define the next few days and possibly the next few years of your life. What I have shared with you is not just a bunch of nice words to encourage you. It is a spiritual map, a divine roadmap that has been placed in your hands. You are at a crossroads. On one side, there is the path of doubt where you can question everything you have heard, rationalize the signs, and return to your usual routine. On the other side, there is the path of faith where you choose to believe that the impossible is about to become reality in your life. Archangel Michael says that the time of preparation is over. The time of manifestation has begun, but you have to choose whether you will cooperate with what is being released or whether you will resist out of fear of the unknown. The choice is yours, but the consequences will be eternal. Can you stop for a moment and feel what is happening to your body right now? Is there a different kind of peace? Do you feel a hope you haven't felt in a long time? Do you feel that things are finally going the way they should? This is not psychological suggestion. It is spiritual confirmation. Your spirit knows when something is true when you hear it. And it is now recognizing that everything that has been said here has the signature of heaven upon it. Look, you can try to rationalize it. You can try to find logical explanations, but deep down, you know. You know this is real. In a few hours, you will receive the first sign. Look, it may be very subtle, you know, like a name that is suddenly spoken, a number that appears all the time, a song that plays at the right moment, a person who contacts you out of the blue. You can't ignore it. Right. Don't think it's just a coincidence. Can you confirm it? When that sign comes, what you can do is very simple and powerful at the same time. Raise your hands and say out loud, I receive, Lord. I accept what is being released into my life. This declaration will open the final floodgates. When you do this, the last part of what we are preparing will be activated. But look, there's a catch. Not everyone will understand your transformation. Some people are so used to the broken version that they will find the restored version strange. They may try to remind you of things that went wrong in the past, make you doubt yourself, or even hinder your progress in subtle ways. Now is the time to find out who really roots for you and who was just with you for the ride. Now is the time to separate your true friends from those who took advantage of your weakness. It will hurt, but it's necessary. Look, you can't carry dead weight where you're going, okay? The sky tells me this person is entering a phase of their life where my glory will be so evident that my presence will be undeniable. So, if you want your relationship to be real, you have to let go of the idea of keeping it small. Those who speak against what I'm doing will be silenced. It's a necessary cleansing, and while some people leave, others come in. You will attract people who think like you to your spiritual level. Relationships that will challenge you to grow more and not settle for less. Connections that will increase your potential and not drain your energy. There is a network of relationships being woven around you, but you don't see it yet. The people who will accompany you in your next chapter are being strategically positioned on your path. Some you already know, but you had no idea how important they are. With this message and felt you needed to hear it today, you can leave your comment here in our spiritual family. Tell me what phrase impacted you the most. What has changed in your heart since you started reading? So, how are you feeling now? We want to hear your story because your testimony may be exactly what someone else needs to believe that it is also possible for them. We are more than an online community. We are a spiritual family that is strengthened by each other's testimonies. Every story of transformation you share is like a seed of hope in the heart of someone who was about to give up. Understand that your journey to this point has not been yours alone, okay? You are ready to be a beacon for those who are going through the same valley you went through. Your story of restoration will be like a map, you know? Others will follow your example to find their way out of the maze. That's why you shouldn't hold back the things that are about to happen in your life. When the miracle happens, when the door opens, when the call comes, remember to come back here and tell this spiritual community. Your testimony won't just be a celebration. It will be like an oracle for those who are still waiting. Archangel Michael makes his final statement. This word was not sent just to transform one life, but to create a wave of transformation through that person. She was chosen not only to be blessed, but also to bless others. What will happen to her will be so impressive that other people will want to know how it was possible. And that's how the kingdom grows, one life at a time, one example at a time, one story at a time. You're not just receiving a blessing, you're becoming a blessing. It's not just a healing. It's you becoming an instrument of healing. Look, it's not just a makeover, you know? You're becoming an agent of restoration in a few days. When you look back and think about this moment, you'll understand that today was a turning point. Today was when everything changed. Today was when you decided to believe that the impossible was possible. And that's when we realized that having faith in the midst of uncertainty is something that activates heavenly forces that were already waiting for our permission to act. I want to assure you of one last thing. I will not abandon you in the middle of the process. I will roll up my sleeves and finish what I started today through this message. I will be with you every step of your transformation. I will be here with you in any situation. Congratulations. Every victory you achieve, I will celebrate with you. This moment is more than inspiring. It is the beginning of a new phase that will last. This word is not just a pretty word that you will forget. It is a sealed promise that will come true. This feeling is not just temporary. It is a real change that will last. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the sacred energy around you. And in the silence of your heart, say, "Yes, Lord, I accept, I believe, I trust." When you open your eyes, you will see that you are no longer the same person you were before. Welcome to your new life. Welcome to your new chapter. Welcome to the fulfillment of the promises that were made about you even before you were born. It took a while, but what you've been waiting for has finally arrived, and it won't be long now. Your time is now. Your turn has come, my friend. Today is your day. Your new life begins today.